Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now, Special Edition.
One person died and another was life-flighted after an early morning house fire in Chattaroy. Thanks for being with us here on a special edition of 4 News Now. I'm Jordan Smith. That fire happened on North River Estates Drive, east of Highway 2 in Chattaroy early this morning. And on your screen here is a look at that fire from a distance. You can see in this photo the smoke billowing into the sky. Fire crews responding just before 3 a.m. They tell us the house was engulfed in flames and a man was found dead at the scene. Our Hunter Bertram spent the day in Chattaroy speaking with neighbors and has the story of the elderly couple that lived in that home.
Shortly after 3 a.m., Spokane County Fire District 4 responded to this home. I'm going to step away just to show you the extent of the damage. All that's remaining is the car of the couple that lived here in a scorched home.
It sounded like fireworks. That's what neighbors told me woke them from their sleep this morning. A plume of smoke billowing from the home, sending ash to neighboring properties. On your screen is what remains. Neighbors told me the married couple who lived here were in their 80s and called this their home for more than 50 years. The wife, a former road-class trap shooter. Her husband made the ammunition she shot from her rifle. The husband was found dead exiting the back door of the home. His wife found collapsed just outside the front door. Once firefighters were on scene, she was life-flighted to the hospital for treatment. She's in critical condition. Firefighters are working to determine the cause of the fire on Saturday morning. They have not released a definitive answer, but foul play is not suspected. They expect to identify the cause of this fire in the coming days.
I was also told by neighbors that the man who died in this house fire was a great neighbor to have. He helped with yard work, brought over dinners, and will be a life that is going to be missed. Reporting in Chattaroy, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
All right, Hunter and that man will be identified here in the coming days. Thanks for that. And we do have a tragic update on a story we brought you last week. The 2 children left on life support following a house fire have died, according to family members. Their aunt says that the 2-year-old and 7-year-old died on Wednesday. Their parents, Robert and Ariel Desalé, died the day of that fire, again, next to North Central High School, and the day after. Investigators did rule the fire was an accident caused by an electrical malfunction from an extension cord. After all that, let's send things over to Emily Bloom, filling in for Matt Gray tonight.
And pretty nice conditions for us today. A little bit of rain and some weak thunderstorms up north near the Canadian border. All of that going to be moving out here over the next couple of hours, and we are going to be left with dry conditions for your Sunday. Cloud cover is going to stick around, and then on Monday we could see some of this return to the region. High for today of 63 degrees. A few degrees above the seasonal average of 60 for this time of year. 59 right now, and we are looking at mostly cloudy skies across the Spokane region. Now, moving into our temperatures across the region, upper 50s and lower 60s across the area. And this is more of what we can expect tomorrow as well. Now, moving into the next couple of hours, we're down into the lower 50s by about 9 p.m., 11 p.m. We are into the upper 40s. And as we head into the overnight hours tonight, upper 30s and lower 40s across the region. Now, we do have rain returning for your work week, and we're going to be seeing some frost in the middle of the week. We're going to be talking more about when you should be covering up those flowers and potentially those gardens coming up in just a little bit.
All right, Emily, thanks for that. SWAT arrested an 18-year-old in Rathdrum on Friday in connection to the murder of a teenager in Las Vegas. Las Vegas police say a 16-year-old had been shot and killed in Vegas earlier this month. 2 of the 3 suspects involved had been arrested, but the 3rd had fled the area. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office got word from Las Vegas police that that suspect, 18-year-old Lennox Dockery, was staying at a residence in Rathdrum. SWAT surrounded the home and were able to arrest Dockery without incident. The Salvation Army's contract to run Spokane's largest homeless shelter is coming to an end next week. On Monday, the City Council will vote on a plan that could extend the contract until the end of April. During her campaign, Mayor Lisa Brown said that she wanted to move away from the track shelter, saying it didn't offer those experiencing homelessness a way out.
I believe the Trent shelter was the biggest single mistake of this administration, and I do not think it's an adequate facility for the unhoused population. I think it's been a money pit.
The Brown administration says it wants to move to a more scattered shelter system, meaning instead of having one giant shelter, beds would be spread out in different neighborhoods. It would also bring people using the shelters closer to the services that they need. The city also told us it's working on an amendment on the Salvation Army's contract that would allow the track shelter to continue operating while the city transitions to its scattered shelter plan. Well, today is National Drug Take Back Day, and the DEA puts this event on every year in partnership with local law enforcement to help prevent medication from getting flushed or getting into the wrong hands. It was from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. this afternoon at the Shadle Walmart. Many came and went, disposing of their unwanted drugs and prescriptions.
So it's great to be out here with our community. We have a great group of people who are gathering information about how to safely dispose of prescription drugs that are no longer needed, and also learn about drug prevention. This is really a healthy and safe space to be able to talk about what we can all do to make our families and loved ones safer.
And Drug Take Back Day has seen nearly 9,000 tons of drugs taken off the streets since it began. If you missed the event today, law enforcement wants to remind you that you can always properly dispose of medication at any pharmacy. A really good reminder there. We'll still head here on 4 News Now. Details on the development of a new 170-acre mountain bike park near Sandpoint. When you can expect to hit the paths. Plus, fans are getting their first look at some new playmakers on the Cougs this year. Julian Minnesone has live coverage from the Crimson and Gray game with a look at who's starting to shine. We'll have those.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
4 News Now is brought to you by The Share Show, BroadwaySpokane.com.
It's Click It RV's huge spring cleaning liquidation event. Now extended through the end of April at the old Newport Cinemas. There's huge savings on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. With super low interest rates, 0 down, and no payments until September. And our trade-up program gets you up to $4,000 above book. Enter to win $30,000 in cash or a new 2023 StarCraft trailer. So beat the spring rush and don't miss this huge spring cleaning liquidation event. Now extended through the end of April. 1 mile past the Y at the old Newport Cinemas.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Save up to 30% off your bathroom remodel with your home improvement company. Whether you need a complete bathroom remodel or a simple tub to shower conversion, we can complete your project in as little as a day. Our installers are trained and certified professionals, so your project will be done right the first time. Call now to get this amazing offer and enjoy 0 money down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2025. Schedule your in-home consultation today to take advantage of these great savings. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
Watch me. Watch me skate out to conquer the ice. A band of sisters on blades for the stars and stripes. Sitting down for the battle doesn't limit my game. Fueled by the hope of Olympic flames. Stick work and speed to put shots on goal. Born from medical breakthroughs helping me stay in control. Watch me. World-renowned care for pediatric prosthetics at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
You've been hearing about it, and now we've got it at Post Falls Volkswagen, the ID4 electric SUV. This SUV has a space, warranty, technology that buyers want at a price that's competitive. The ID4 was engineered to win the hearts of SUV owners ready to go electric. With a quick charge and an EPA estimated range of 260 miles.
The Volkswagen ID4, now eligible for up to a $13,000 credit.
The ID4 electric SUV, see it at Post Falls Volkswagen.
Thanks for staying with us here on this special edition of 4 News Now. The development of a new 170-acre mountain bike park near Sandpoint will begin next week. We're talking about the Panhandle Bike Ranch. The Bonner County Hearing Examiner approved a conditional use permit for the park last week. The developers tell us that they hope to have the park open by next May. According to the permit, the park can operate May through September on Thursdays through Sundays and have a maximum of 65 riders a day. It's only allowed to have 2 races a year with no more than 150 people, including spectators and racers.
And pretty nice conditions for our Saturday. That is with the exception of some afternoon rain. Now, most of that going to be moving out of the region here over the next couple of hours. We did have some weak thunderstorms up north, and we're going to be left with cloudy conditions for the overnight hours tonight. Temperatures at the moment in the 50s, 63 for those of you in Moses Lake, 57 in Ritzville, and 51 in Pullman. We can expect similar conditions tomorrow. Now, the 4 things that you need to know: showers tapering off. We are going to have snow in the Cascade Pass. That is Sunday night into Monday, about 3 to 6 inches. So that does mean winter travel conditions, late season winter travel conditions for those of you who may be traveling in that direction. The rain is going to return for us Monday, and then we are looking at a chance of frost Wednesday morning. So for those of you who have planted flowers or perhaps started that garden, you're going to want to pay attention here over the next couple of days. For the remainder of our evening, temperatures dropping into those lower 50s and upper 40s by that 11 p.m. hour. Overnight temps across the region going to be in those upper 30s and a few areas into the lower 40s. So overall, pretty mild for us as we are waking up on your Sunday morning. That's going to be an overnight low of 41 for those of us here in the Spokane area with mostly cloudy skies and those winds nice and light. Now, moving into your Sunday, we are expecting to stay dry throughout the day. Slight chance of rain in the early morning hours. Temperatures climbing into those mid-50s by the afternoon hours, and overall cloudy skies. That is going to be a high of 57 for us in the Spokane area. Those winds coming out of the southwest about 5 to 15 miles an hour. Most of us in those mid to upper 50s tomorrow, and a few areas climbing into those lower 60s, 64 in Moses Lake, 63 in Grand Coulee, and 60 will be the high for those of you in the Ritzville area. Now, in terms of those rain chances, like I mentioned, a slight chance for tomorrow, looking much more promising for all of the rain to return on Monday. And we'll hold on to those weak chances into the middle of the week. Like I mentioned, it's going to be Tuesday night into Wednesday morning when those temps drop into those lower 30s that we're looking at the chance to be waking up to some frost on Wednesday morning. So for those of you who have started your spring gardens, you're going to want to pay attention, maybe cover up those plants. And then overall temperatures in the mid 60s through the remainder of our week. And then take a look at that, a high of 49 degrees for next Saturday. So overall cooler temperatures than what we would probably like for this time of year.
Yeah, certainly missing that sunshine there. Thanks so much for that, Emily. And still ahead here tonight, fans are getting their first look at some new playmakers on the Cougs. And Julian Minenso is going to join us with some live coverage from Pullman from the Crimson and Gray spring game. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Have you worked or enjoyed the outdoors in Lincoln County before 2014? You may have been exposed to harmful Libby amphibole asbestos. Get your free asbestos health screening today. Don't wait. Early detection is key. Contact the Card Clinic at libbyasbestos.org.
This year, make your home more energy efficient and beautiful with McVey Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows. Did you know McVey Brothers sells the popular Coeur d'Alene windows? And last year, the 6000 Window and Door Series won the prestigious Energy Star Efficiency Award. Well, right now, when you purchase a 6000 Series window, we'll match your energy rebate up to $10 per square foot. Plus, give you $500 off any roof you add to the job. At McVey Brothers, we're always working for you.
Ritter's Garden and Gift would like to brighten your home this spring with one of 10 expertly designed hanging flower baskets. Log on to KXLY.com/contests and enter to win one of these 10 beautiful flower baskets from Ritter's. Contest rules apply, 1 entry per person.
Jonah here. Before you decide on an SUV, I invite you to see and drive the Volkswagen Tiguan. It's impressive and it checks all the boxes.
Plenty of cargo space and optional third row. All-wheel drive that adapts to the road. Turbocharged horsepower. Tech features that make parking, passing, and, well, driving easier. Now with 0% APR for 60 months or a customer cash bonus.
Check out the Tiguan at your nearby Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
Fred helps you say goodbye to laundry woes with this Whirlpool top load laundry set. With a removable agitator, choose how you wash your clothes by easily swapping the agitator post in or out.
Save $400 on this highly rated top-load laundry set at Fred's Appliance.
Why stand around a box store looking for help? When you're in the market for a laundry set, you want selection and service.
Fred's experts are here to help. When Fred's advertises it, we've got it. Get your new appliance today.
From the beautiful craftsmanship of cabinets to the stylish looks of granite, quartz, and marble countertops, Northwest Granite has the staff and selection to help you transform your home, office, or cabin into the place of your dreams. Northwest Granite.
Attention Kalispell, have you worked or enjoyed the outdoors in Lincoln County before 2014? You may have been exposed to harmful Libby amphibole asbestos. Schedule your free asbestos health screening on May 20th through the 22nd at the Hilton Garden Inn. Contact the Card Clinic to reserve your spot today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Liberty Park Florist.
Well, it is the Crimson and Gray game today. Cougs fans are getting their first look at some young WSU talent, new faces on the team this year. Sports Director Julian Minnesone is live in Pullman this afternoon. And Julian, this is probably the last time we'll see, or get a good look rather, at this Cougar team for a while. But what have you been able to pick up so far from today's spring game?
Well, the first things first, the spring game is for the fans. I have a couple WSU fans that wanted to talk about their team real quick. Guys, what does it feel like to be at the spring game?
It's so much fun. We get to watch all of our friends play against each other. It's such a good time. Feels good to be back in Gisa Stadium. Feels really good.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibes that are going on right here. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, a lot of fans out here for the spring game. Of course, when it comes to a spring game, defense always has the advantage because they kind of know what the offense is going to do. And that's been no different here. The offense has had a little bit of trouble, at least early on, aside from maybe a trick play at the start of the spring scrimmage. Since then, the offense has picked it up a little bit. Running back Javency Schlenbaker has scored a touchdown. There's been a couple more touchdowns as we've gotten later into the spring game, but mostly defense has won the day. Now, the big thing with today, Jake Dickert wanted his team to stay healthy. It's been a little bit of a rough go so far. Running back Leo Palasi got hurt. He had to be carted off the field, as well as a couple other defensive and offensive linemen had to be limped off the field as well. So we'll see their status after the game. A couple injuries, but so far defense has won the day, Jordan.
Well, you hate to see those injuries, especially in a spring game like that, Julian. And there's still a lot of questions for the Cougs, including who the leading man at quarterback is going to be. And the easy answer seems to be quarterback John Mateer, who's been in the program for a couple of years. But there are some other younger guys battling for that starting role.
Well, that's right. Yeah, John Mateer ran with the first string, at least early on today. Now, both quarterbacks didn't really do a ton to solidify that number one spot, but that's okay. It's spring. It's not supposed to happen right now. The big thing with Jake Dickert going into this spring game was not a lot of turnovers. We haven't seen a ton of that so far yet, but both quarterbacks doing their best out there. Head coach Jake Dickert said that the starting quarterback role would not be solidified until the first week of the season, and I imagine that to continue. But John Mateer still seems like the leader of the clubhouse over Bryant transfer Zevi Eckhouse. It's a neck-and-neck race between those two right now.
All right, well, got a little bit of time before we'll see who the man is under center, Julian. And then also today, several Cougs were drafted to play at the next level. Jaden Hicks, Brennan Jackson, and Shaw Smith-Wade all drafted to the NFL earlier today. A very, very exciting day for them. And Julian, those guys were studs at WSU. And let's start with a guy like Jaden Hicks. This guy was drafted to the defending Super Bowl champs, joining another kid who's on that franchise.
Yeah, he joins Jalen Watson there at Kansas City, and maybe that Mr. Hicks can help them win another championship. The thing with Jaden is he had to wait a little bit longer than anticipated. He was a projected second or third round pick, but had to wait the extra day for the fourth round, but that's okay. He didn't spend a ton of time in Pullman, just 2 years, but he was darn good. 155 tackles, second on the team in tackles, and had a pair of interceptions. When scouts would come to the games, it would be Mr. Hicks that they were looking at. Now, another guy that they were that was drafted today, Shaw Smith-Wade, he went to Carolina. He has so much potential. He played a lot bigger than his size indicated, was a ball hawk at over 20 pass deflections. That's another guy to look out for in the NFL. And then, of course, Brennan Jackson. He was kind of the valedictorian, if you will, of the WSU football team. And the Rams are looking for an edge rusher. After Aaron Donald announced his retirement, Brennan Jackson had 20 total sacks in his career at WSU, including 3 touchdowns on 4 fumble recoveries this past season. He was probably the most mature NFL-ready guy on and off the field, just the way he conducted his business. So I have no doubt that he will fit perfectly over there with the LA Rams. So 3 draft picks for the second time in 3 years. WSU had multiple draft picks in an NFL draft, and that just goes a long way for a program that needs as much as recruiting as they can get, Jordan.
Absolutely. Julian, all right, well, thanks so much for your live coverage. We'll let you get back to the game here. And then a look at who the Seahawks were able to pick up. They're adding 7 rookies to their roster from the draft this season, including a first-round pick out of Texas. Big man Byron Murphy, the second to add to their D-line. And this is the franchise's first draft under new head coach Mike Macdonald. Macdonald is coming to Seattle after his time as a defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens, so we're going to get a new look everything for the Seattle Seahawks. And just looking at this list, unsurprisingly, a majority of defensive players headed to Seattle this season. Still ahead here, multiple witnesses taking the stand on Friday in the first ever criminal trial of a former U.S. president. We have the latest from Trump's alleged hush money case coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
You've been hearing about it, and now we've got it at Post Falls Volkswagen, the ID4 electric SUV. This SUV has a space, warranty, technology that buyers want at a price that's competitive. The ID4 was engineered to win the hearts of SUV owners ready to go electric. With a quick charge and an EPA estimated range of 260 miles.
The Volkswagen ID4, now eligible for up to a $13,000 credit.
The ID4 electric SUV, see it at Post Falls Volkswagen.
For over 90 years, the McVeigh Brothers family has been installing the very best in roofing, siding, and windows made for the Inland Northwest. Last year, our 6000 Series Coeur d'Alene windows earned the 2024 Energy Star Most Efficient Award, beating some manufacturers by 20%. So this week, we're celebrating by matching your energy rebate up to $10 per square foot with every window sold. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice, relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. At the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
It's Click It RV's huge spring cleaning liquidation event. Now extended through the end of April at the old Newport Cinemas. There's huge savings on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. With super low interest rates, 0 down, and no payments until September. And our trade-up program gets you up to $4,000 above book. Enter to win $30,000 in cash or a new 2023 StarCraft trailer. So beat the spring rush and don't miss this huge spring cleaning liquidation event. Now extended through the end of April. 1 mile past the Y at the old Newport Cinemas.
Watch me. Watch me pirouette with style and grace. An open floor of inspiration. This is my place. 5 positions to start, leotard and tights. A story through movement, under music and lights. Straight and tall, they promised I'd stand. I'm a ballerina who twirls like the blades of a fan. Watch me. Innovative scoliosis treatment at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
4 News Now is brought to you by Custom Truck.
Welcome back. Now to the Trump trial. The first week of testimony winding up with a tabloid publisher, a former Trump executive assistant, and a banker all taking the stand in the former president's criminal case in New York. ABC's Aaron Katursky has more.
In the first week of testimony, the jury heard from 2 people who have known Donald Trump for decades, National Enquirer publisher David Pecker and Trump's longtime personal assistant Rona Graff. Fans of The Apprentice might know her from TV.
Hi, it's Rona upstairs in Mr. Trump's office.
Graff kept Trump's calendar and contacts, and the jury saw this entry, Stormy. It's an entry in our contact system for Stormy. Stormy Daniels, Graff testified. I believe it contains her mobile phone number. Graff also said she had a vague recollection of seeing Daniels at Trump Tower in the reception area on the 26th floor. Did you know at the time that she was an adult film actress? Prosecutor Susan Hoffinger asked. Graff answered, yes, I did. And she recalled hearing Trump say Daniels may be an interesting contestant on The Apprentice. The jury saw another entry Graff made in Trump's contacts. Karen McDougal, the former Playboy model who, like Daniels, claimed to have had a sexual relationship with Trump. Trump denies both affairs, but this week David Pecker testified his company paid McDougal $150,000 to keep quiet in the midst of the 2016 election. Pecker told the jury about a thank you dinner Trump hosted for him at the White House. "It's your dinner," Pecker said Trump told him. As the two men walked out, he said, "President Trump asked me, how is Karen doing?" On cross-examination, the defense suggested buying and burying salacious stories was standard operating procedure. Pecker conceded the National Enquirer made hundreds of thousands of non-disclosure agreements. But when prosecutors asked him on how many of those had you, the CEO of AMI, coordinated with a presidential candidate for the benefit of the campaign, Pecker answered, "It's the only one." Aaron Katursky, ABC News, New York.
A Baltimore high school principal has been on leave for months after a recording was released of him allegedly making inappropriate comments about black students. But it recently came to light that the recording was created using artificial intelligence, and investigators say it was created by the school's athletic director. WMAR's Jeff Morgan has the story.
In mid-January, a recording of Principal Iceworth's voice talking to another administrator seemed to show him disparaging black students at the high school, questioning their test-taking skills. Iceworth was put on leave while the investigation was done, telling police at the time he believed Dazon Darian may have used AI to create the recording. His suspicion now supported by police.
It's been determined the recording was generated through the use of artificial intelligence technology. Through their investigation, detectives alleged Mr. Darian, who was the athletic director at the high school, made the recording to retaliate against the principal who had launched an investigation into the potential mishandling of school funds.
The lengthy investigation into Pikesville High School's AD detailed in pages of charging documents, alleging Darian made the recording using OpenAI, then edited it himself further. Adding 2 other teachers received the initial recording in an email, one of them sending it to a student who shared it on social media.
With the charging documents, our team in Human Resources is going to follow up immediately.
State's Attorney Scott Schellenberger says his office has never prosecuted someone involved in using AI to commit a crime.
In fact, it's one of the first that we were able to find around the country.
Darian was arrested trying to board a flight at BWI when transportation police noticed a firearm in his luggage was improperly packed.
They ran the warrant check, and of course the warrant which we entered into the system last night that we had planned to serve today came back, and he was arrested, fortunately.
And as of right now, all teachers involved in this case are still employed, but the athletic director has been recommended for termination. He's also charged with 4 separate crimes and faces up to 20 years in prison. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's time now for your pathway to retirement. Dave Altmaier is here. He's the founder and president of Altmaier Financial Group. And Dave, I know you get this question all the time. Have I saved enough for retirement? How do you help people find that out?
Yeah, I get asked that all the time, even with people with millions of dollars. It's interesting, but it's not really a magical number that I have to have. It's really what's the maximum income will my savings provide? Because it depends a lot on the rate of return you can get for income, right? So you want to be able to determine expenses and then how much income to maintain your lifestyle and build a retirement income strategy with a retirement professional that deals with retirement income all the time. So if you're within 10 years or age 60 or already retired, it's time to start your retirement income strategy.
Right, understanding that, maybe even get that analyzed, a second opinion, so important. I want you to tell our viewers about what you brought for them today.
Yeah, it's our Money Freedom Toolkit. In the middle, you'll see the book that I wrote about mountain climbing, and that making it to the summit is optional, but making it back down is mandatory. And so how that last leg is important, and even in retirement planning when we're talking about retirement income. And then our team put together this whole kit, and it includes guides on different topics that people are interested in.
Right. We want you to get this entire toolkit today. It is yours for free. Simply call, click, or text to receive it. And the team at Altmeyer Financial Group, they're going to get that right out to you. We'll see you back here next week for your pathway to retirement.
Buy 2 windows and get 2 free with your home improvement company. Save on energy costs and stay more comfortable with new energy-efficient triple-pane windows. We'll exceed your expectations with stunning design options and top-quality materials, all made in the USA. Call now to get this amazing offer and enjoy 0 money down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2025. Schedule your in-home consultation today to take advantage of these great savings. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
Well, the sounds of construction are underway. Crews are breaking ground on 54 low-income housing units, which will be an add-on to the Liberty Park apartment complex on the South Hill. Those apartments are along Hartson Avenue, just off of Perry Street. And this project brings some much-needed relief in that department. We're all aware of how difficult and expensive housing is here in Spokane, and this does provide some great options for folks with less money to spare. Construction workers are focusing on adding 2 to 3 bedroom apartments, which will be state-of-the-art facilities and add some much-needed housing options in a great part of town.
We have a big waiting list for folks that need affordable housing, so we know the need, and we want to meet that need.
And the wait list for low-income housing here in Spokane is about 3 years. This $18.5 million project is expected to be completed next May. Still ahead here, Bloomsday, just 7 days away, but there are some construction projects ahead of the race you're going to need to know about, especially if you plan on driving to the race. We'll break it down coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Washington Trust Bank is a proud sponsor of Bloomsday 2024.
I'm Faye, the president and lead negotiator at UFCW 3000, the Essential Workers Union.
And I'm Joe, the secretary-treasurer of UFCW 3000, with over 50,000 members.
We believe that essential workers should never have to struggle to meet basic needs or pay the rent. When we come together as a union, we gain the power to deliver to our members not just better wages, but the dignity and respect they deserve.
UFCW 3000. Our goal is building a union that fights to ensure that essential workers get better wages, respect on the job, and a safe workplace.
Fresh. Always keeping veggies at their peak. Like a Bosch. Freshness lasts for weeks and weeks and weeks. Like a Bosch. Even little baby greens. Like a Bosch. Taste fresh and remain supreme. Like a Bosch. Super fridge, keeping food fresh. Like a Bosch. Eating more so you'll be throwing out less. Like a Bosch. Stay fresh like a Bosch. With America's most trusted refrigerators from Bosch.
Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances. Only appliances.
It's Click It RV's huge spring cleaning liquidation event. Now extended through the end of April at the old Newport Cinemas. There's huge savings on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. With super low interest rates, 0 down, and no payments until September. And our trade-up program gets you up to $4,000 above book. Enter to win $30,000 in cash or a new 2023 StarCraft trailer. So beat the spring rush and don't miss this huge spring cleaning liquidation event. Now extended through the end of April. 1 mile past the Y at the old Newport Cinemas.
KXLY Plus can now also be seen over the air on KXLY ABC4. Live updates, breaking news, weather every 10 minutes from the 4 News Now team. Get up to date on the information you need weekdays at 11 a.m. KXLY ABC4.
Washington Trust Bank is a proud sponsor of Bloomsday 2024.
4 News Now is brought to you by Spokane Tribe Casino.
Well, we hope you're training for Bloomsday. We are just really more than a week away. But if you are driving, drivers should be aware of some lane closures on I-90 that are going to start this Monday. The Department of Transportation crews will be sweeping the right lane of the interstate in both directions from Spokane's Division Street all the way down to Argonne Road in Spokane Valley. Work's going to be done from 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday through Wednesday.
And overall, from what we can tell right now, conditions looking to be pretty nice. Shouldn't be too hot for those runners out there. For right now, the forecast radar showing that all of the showers and the weak thunderstorms that we had up north near the Canadian border and through North Idaho going to be moving out here over the next couple of hours. We're left with cloudy conditions moving into your Sunday. A very slight chance for the rain returning, but it's looking much more promising that those rain showers will be returning on Monday. For tomorrow, we should stay dry throughout the day. We're just going to have those cloudy conditions. For temperatures right now, most of us in those mid to upper 50s, depending upon where exactly you are at. And then here over the next couple of hours, temperatures falling into those mid to lower 50s by about that 9 p.m. hour, and then heading into the overnight hours, 11 p.m., we will be in those upper 40s, mostly cloudy skies. Overnight temperatures tonight, lower 40s and upper 30s, depending upon where exactly you are at in the region. This is where we're going to be as you're waking up on your Sunday. That'll be 41 for those of us here in the Spokane area, mostly cloudy skies and those winds nice and light. Now moving into Sunday, like I said, slight chance of rain. That's going to be in the early morning hours if we see it at all. Moving into the afternoon, we're into those mid 50s, mostly cloudy skies. And then moving into Monday, that's when we could potentially see that rain returning. High tomorrow looking to be about 57 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Winds coming out of the southwest about 5 to 15 miles an hour. Highs across the region going to be in the 50s for most of us, and then a few areas throughout central Washington looking to get into those low to mid 60s. The rain chances, like I mentioned, slight chance for tomorrow, but looking much more promising for the rain returning on Monday. And then those slight chances continue through the middle part of your work week. Now, the all-important thing here is that we could see some early morning frost Wednesday. Those overnight temperatures getting into those lower 30s. So for those of you who may have started the garden, maybe you have planted flowers, you're going to want to pay attention as we get closer to the middle part of our work week. And we've got those showers for Monday. Overall temperatures in those lower to upper 50s, getting into the 60s, but then by next Saturday, we're looking at a high of just 49 degrees. That's going to feel chilly. So like I mentioned, 4 things you need to know. Showers tapering off. Snow we could see in the Cascade Pass. That's going to be Sunday into Monday. So for those of you who could be traveling in that direction, you're going to want to expect the late season winter driving conditions, looking to be about 3 to 6 inches of snow. The rain returns for us on Monday, and then that frost Wednesday morning. 4 News Now will be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Sundays. It's the new season of Collector's Call on MeTV. We're taking it to the next level with more memorable collections.
Sundays on MeTV. Over the air on KXLY 4.2.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Fred Meyer app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Fred's has purchased truckloads of blemished freezers direct from the factory. Prices start at only $5.99. Save over 45%.
Limited stock available, so hurry in for best selection. Enjoy full warranties on these factory blemished units. Save on upright frost-free freezers, 16, 18, or 20 cubic feet, with prices starting at only $5.99.
Visit the experts at Fred's Clearance Centers today. These freezers won't last long.
Jonah here. Before you decide on an SUV, I invite you to see and drive the Volkswagen Tiguan. It's impressive and it checks all the boxes.
Plenty of cargo space and optional third row, all-wheel drive that adapts to the road, turbocharged horsepower, tech features that make parking, passing, and, well, driving easier. Now with 0% APR for 60 months or a customer cash bonus.
Check out the Tiguan at your nearby Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
Spokane's hottest music.
Break me so done with you, girl. I've been popping, man, I feel just like a rock star.
Hot 96.9.
4 News Now is brought to you by CARD, the Center for Asbestos-Related Diseases.
We'll take one last look at the forecast here, and man, Emily, this is awesome. I mean, really, we're kind of in the heart of that spring weather, some 50s across the board there, but man, I think we're all ready for that sun to come out. Remember 70s a couple weeks ago?
I know.
Bring that